Alright, what's up Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter, and YouTube? Alright, so I've been hit with this question a lot, so we're going to tackle the topic of pretty much a male perspective of dance. And to the right of me is one of my students, which is my brother, CJ, and he's going to answer a couple questions. So, CJ, tell me, when did you start dancing?
I started dancing 4 years ago. My senior year, well, my senior year of high school, and I kind of self-taught myself how to dance. I was strictly hip-hop until I met EJ, and he showed me different styles that I can use on my hip-hop.
So, before you started dancing, what were you doing?
Playing basketball. I played basketball since I was 3 years old. And
So, you grew up playing basketball.
yes,
So, how did you get into dancing? I mean, you started at 3 and you're dancing now.
I've always had a love for music. Like, for some reason, I was able to pinpoint out little beats in music, and I didn't know how. But after a while, I started, just moving my body, and I didn't know that I had, the dance moves that I have today. And I guess it's kind of how it started. It went from there.
So, with your dancing, was it a issue when you started dancing? Did your family agree to it? Did your friends agree to it? Or was it, tell me about the experience of switching over.
I mean, my family support anything that I do. It was kind of a throw off, a big throw off. When they first heard I was dancing, I was gonna give up basketball forever. And some of my friends, they at a point they disowned me or whatever, But after a while, I was just like, forget it. I mean, I need some friends that'll support me no matter whatever I'm doing. You know, no matter what type of person I come to be, they'll respect me no matter what. And some of my friends actually stuck with me.
So, do you feel like you made a mistake of switching, or do you think, well, two questions. Do you feel like you made a mistake to switching to a dancer, or do you feel like you wasted your time playing basketball, or did they kind of influence each other?
They both influenced each other. Reason being, me taking dance, I was able to do a lot, more with basketball that I wasn't able to do. Able to keep my balance really good. But I never regret or anything like that dancing, quitting basketball. Because when I got to high school, I kind of lost interest for it. And I wasn't really enjoying it as I used to. So, and then I started watching, other dancers and stuff like that are already out there. And that influenced me to, take my dancing further and practice. And
So, as a male dancer, at your age, do you feel being diverse is necessary? Do you feel like you're lacking something that you could give to some parents or other guys that may be trying to get into dancing? Like, what would be your advice of what to do?
if you have, diversity is always good because you land more jobs. Like, no, you don't ever, especially now, you don't ever see a dancer just straight dancing. They're always doing something else, not just strictly dancing. And for other guys that are starting out that have troubles with people, calling them names like that, it's hard at first, but you got to think of it like this. When I get up there, I'm gonna have to hear 10 times worse of what people are saying, because social media is like basically is the new thing now. And all I say is just stick your head up and just move forward, because you're gonna get that. I mean, I had to deal with it. I mean, I've been called names that you can't even imagine. My high school crew, when people first started thinking, figuring out that I was dancing, and that changed my life around.
So, a couple more questions. Being a dancer, do you think that defines who you are as a person, with your masculinity, as some would say? People that play football or basketball is more of a man than you. Do you feel like what you're doing is less of being a man, or what's your perspective on that?
I'll tell you like this: the sport doesn't make a man; the man makes the sport. Specifically, being a sport, just because you play football, that doesn't mean you're a man. Yes, a manly sport, but a man is a person that works hard to provide for his family, his future kids, his future wives. That has that work ethic to, say, hey, I'm gonna do what I have to do to get out there in life and be successful. That's a man. I don't really care about any other sport or anything like that. Yeah, you can have manly, but that doesn't define a man. And a man is a person that works hard no matter what. He doesn't care what anybody says.
So when you hear, because I know a lot of guys that I'm dealing with now, when they hear that word with the D, dance, they freak out. They automatically think of ballerinas, pink tights. How do you go against somebody, well, not go against, but how do you get somebody that's young and a parent to realize that dance is a way of life and it's not just something for girls? How would you motivate a young guy or a parent to allow their child to follow what they want to do versus sports?
Okay, y'all gonna think it's funny me saying this, but if I looked at it like this, and that was, at the time I was in high school, I looked at it like this. When I played basketball, I'm a ladies' man or whatever like that, and I was looking for more to girls. But now it's like, when you look at dance, especially a guy that's, not worried about being a ballerina or anything like that, you get a lot of attention from other females. You get a lot of attention from other famous, artists and stuff like that, and what I say mainly, I just say, look at it like this. I have all the attention from all the girls I can ask for. I have scholarship offers from colleges. You make money. You're actually doing what you love, not just for the money, and that's all I got to say about that. I don't really care about what anybody has to say about me being a ballerina or anything like that, or pink tights. I don't really care about none of that.
So last question. What are your steps? I mean, what do you do outside of the studio, and what's your steps to get you where you need to do?
What I do outside the studio, I still train my body. I still stretch my body and eat right, because you always have to eat no matter what. Even if you see a rice cake or something like that, you always have to make sure that you eat your body right and keep a connection with people, because it's mainly not about connections, and never stop working, because working is healthy for body, and once you get up there, you will know that all your work is paid off,
So what do you do outside of the studio? Like, do you dance every day? Do you work? I mean, who are you outside the studio?
I work at a feed store.
Okay.
And I love reading books.
Okay.
I love spending time with my family. But mainly, most of all, I always listen to music, and different styles of music, because whenever you're taking, or say you have a strong suit in hip-hop or anything like that, it's multiple styles, of music that you listen to dance to hip-hop, but...
So if you could look back at yourself, I would say 10 years ago or 5 years ago, what would you tell yourself?
Don't stop. Don't let little things get to you. Don't ever let anyone bring you down. Always find a select few people, that one person, even if it's your mom, get the strongest relationship with her, because she'll always support you no matter what. And pay attention to Mr. EJ.
All right, you guys. All right, so we're signing off. You guys have a great weekend, and we'll stay tuned. We'll have more series coming to you guys soon. All right, thank you guys.